see lots of women around. So I was the first CEO, female CEO of AMV, I was the first female chair of the Ad Association. And whilst it didn't feel that I was breaking new ground at the time, it just felt I was CEO or chairman, it does matter to other women, seeing other women making it work. So I think it's really important. My career, I've been lucky enough to choose the right company to work for, to work with people where gender isn't an issue or a barrier, but it's really important that there are lots of women around for the next generation of women coming through, to see them succeeding and see them happy and see them performing and not ground down by being a woman.
I started hearing the phrase, "Where are women in advertising?" And it kind of broke my heart, because I would have rather people had said, "Here are the women in advertising." I think we might have created a problem that wouldn't exist today if we had said "here" instead of "where." So I think I wouldn't have joined the industry if I thought it was difficult.
We're not involving men very well in the debate.
Yeah.
So everything you read about women in advertising, women leadership, it's all almost universally written by women. The TED Talks are by women, the books are written by women, this panel is all women, similar panels are all women. And I think we're doing ourselves a massive disservice, because men can really help us, and men actually want to help us in a lot of ways, but we're not doing a very good job of involving them in that. So the problem ends up being that we can't win this unless it's a collaborative effort, right? Otherwise it's framed as, I as a woman am trying to take something away from you as a man, and that doesn't get anyone anywhere. It's got to be, I am trying to get something better for both of us.
That I don't think that companies knowingly make any decisions about gender. I just think they have potentially grown up in that way, where, particularly at companies like the Daily Mail, where a lot of strong men have been in positions, and a lot of things have happened the same way for a very long time. But I think there's been some significant changes, and I, like Scilla said, have surrounded myself with lots of women. I think one of the coping mechanisms I made quite early in my career at the Mail was to make sure that I had a really strong network of peers, and not necessarily people that worked for you, but that potentially using some of those strong males to be your voice when you needed.
The best advice I've been given by the very wise and wonderful Richard Eyre, who I'm privileged to work with because he's a non-exec at Starcom, is to work for someone that you admire and work for a business that's best equipped for change. And if you keep those two things in mind, as Scilla said right at the beginning, then the rest will follow. It doesn't matter what business it is, whether it's privately owned or corporate or small or large or global or local. If you keep those two things in mind, then that will help you build the success that you want to build.